I don't know if Kurzad could quite make it into hard just because hard Hydra actually, no way. I'm really hoping I can get gold. Welcome in, Raiders. It's Vamp back on my Raid Shadow Legends channel, guys. Today, as always, is kind of a great day. Even though there's always a chance that we come out empty-handed, it's always fun to pull shards. And I'm coming in here at the tail end, 4 hours and 10 minutes left of the, I guess the event for the Fabian fusion. It correlates by like a minute, right? So we got 4 hours left in the summon rush, I believe. Yeah, right here. So I just wanted to wait at least until yesterday to make sure that I got all the voids I could from Doom Tower and whatnot, and give Clan Boss a chance. And I actually did get a couple more voids, so and another sacred. So basically, what I'm gonna do, I'll show you real quick. I know y'all already know this because I didn't try to cover this as news, being such a small channel. But the epic is like way down here at 6,100 points. But I want it because of my notorious like superpower of always finding a way to miss one of the rares. Although, to be fair, I'm rocking and rolling right now. I'm very current on the fusion. This is pretty cool, actually. I just noticed this, the 6-star speed glyph, and actually before the rare. That's kind of cool. It's only one. I wish that they would do stuff like 5 or something, right, for the player base, but you know how player M be. So anyway, we also got 2 5-star chickens on the way. I don't know if I'll do it for the video because I didn't do the exact math on the shards, but also depending on what we pull, I may switch shard types, and I'll talk about that in 1 second. But I definitely am going to get Light Ward Sandra, I guess. That's kind of a cool name. She's got a really cool looking little thumbnail here too. And then I believe I'm going to get at least this tome. I don't know that I'll go higher than that. Definitely can't make it all the way up to here because I'm not going to waste those shards. Right? Like I'm not going to use those shards. 5-star is tempting, but it's 1,000 more than where I need to get for the epic. So I'm going to get the epic. I might get this legendary tome. And what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to start pulling my voids. I think I have enough void legendaries and my account's progressed enough to where it's actually more valuable for me to try to accrue mercy during progressive chance events. Even though they're not that great, they are some amount of increased chance towards certain champions. So I really, obviously, this was actually hard though. I would love a Marichka. The other options though were like, oh my God, they're all so good. They're all so good. I feel like she's going to be the most like game changing on my account, but Sulfurion would be great, quite frankly, in PvP and at least in Hydra, and Senna is going to be insane in Chimera. I do feel like that I will get kind of like the most bang for my buck getting a Marichka because I don't have one. So yeah, anyway, we'll go with that for now. Godseeker's just there because I don't even have like a +4 Godseeker. I think I have 2 copies, maybe 3, and 2 of them are built. So another one of her would just get, or even multiple of her would give me empowerments for Godseeker. So anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull void shards first. And the reason for that being, if I happen to pull the void epic, I may switch my whole plan and not pull as many shards, basically save sacred. So I'm going to pull up to all of my voids if I do not get the fusion epic, which I probably will not. But if I do, I may swerve, right? So I think I'm going to do, we'll just start right now with a single pull, and then I think I'll do 110 pull, and if I don't get the epic there, then I will do, I'll do singles for the next 10 just in case. Obviously, 21 is not very many for a chance at Marichka, but it would be sick if we got lucky. Okay, so wow, a lot of epics. No one so far. Or not no one, but I don't have the fusion epic yet. Okay, so I am going to do singles, like I said, just in case. Scrapper. This guy's kind of interesting. You guys should look at his kit. I won't do it in this video, but he's got some interesting kind of shenanigans going on for a rare. That's actually a fusion rare, but I've done that fusion a few times. Isn't that a Broadmaw rare, I think? Come on, at least give me purple. This is a great rare, actually. Really, really good. And I probably will have him in a normal / if I can make it work, a hard Hydra team. I feel like you can get away. Oh, who's this? Yep, he's decent, but not who I was looking for. But yeah, the Kurzad dwarf is very, very good in normal Hydra for people that need stuff there. I almost included him in the Hydra video that I just did. I'll card it right there in case you need help in Hydra. It's an easy 1-key team with pretty accessible champions, but I don't know if Kurzad could quite make it into hard just because hard Hydra actually, no way. Okay, not a Marichka, so that's a little bit of like a, but that's an extra Leorius. Leorius is really good. A lot of the Kraken players are going to talk about Leorius has been power. Well, not a lot of them. Some of them still rank him, I think, appropriately. But Leorius is very, very good. And for someone like me, who is a kind of aggressively progressing casual player at the end of the day, that's cool because, I mean, obviously, at some point, possibly, I get enough to actually empower him. I probably will not empower for just a +1, but that gives me another Faction Guardian slot and a second copy to play with for things like Siege or Tag Team. That's pretty cool. It's always sick to pull a legendary. Definitely, not going to lie, just straight up, wish it was Marichka, but of all the trash Void legendaries it could have been, Leorius is not included there, so that's pretty hype. And pull the last two. What if we got the Fusion Epic also? Like, that would just be wild. Or well, no, the rare's not. Never mind, the rare's not Void. Okay. So that's everything. So what was it? 21. Let me go try to do some quick math because I forgot to do that before the video. I had like a general idea, but I didn't remember the exact numbers. So yeah, that gave us a huge chunk. Okay, so is this the full amount? What is it at? It's at basically 2,600. I can pull greens to top off if I need to. So 2,600, pull 21, and they're at 120. So, ooh, that's math that my brain doesn't like. So 20 would have been... So why is it more? Oh, because I pulled some greens earlier. Okay. So yeah, so this is current. This is not delayed because I think it would be like what? If it's 120, then 20 would be 2,400 points. I did 21, so that'd be like 2,520. I think that's right. Pretty sure that's right. And I pulled some greens earlier, so that brings us 2,590. That makes sense. Okay, so then that means to get from 2,590 to 6,100, it's basically 2,600. So we need 3,500 still. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, 3,500. So all of my sacreds. Let's do it. All right, and I picked Glycad because I already have Duchess, and I think that he's actually a little bit better for me potentially than Elva, for my account, right? Elva's very, very good, but I don't know, like it just depends on what your use case is. Elva is probably better for early game progression and stuff, but I would really like only slot her into certain roles. I don't need like, you know, revivers for basic progression or dungeons or Doom Tower or anything anymore. So this is who I picked. Same story as Godseeker with Rector Drafts. She would just be empowerment copies. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. See if we get some gold. He's new. I don't have him. And, you know, with my content creator name being Vamp, you definitely got a vibe with the vampiric looking champions for sure. I'm really hoping I can get gold from... no way. No way! Yes! I know that that's dumb to cheer for that right after I said I was picking Glycad, but I'm not expecting to get the progressive chance, right? Because it's just a low, low, low chance. That is so sick. That's my first Elva. That's amazing. Oh my God. On the second one? That's so cool. That's so awesome. Okay, I will go over her because she's really good. You guys probably know what she does, and at minimum, if you don't know exactly what she does, you know that she's great. But she attacks one enemy on her A1, places a continuous heal on the ally with the lowest HP. That is underrated. Has a 75 books to 100% chance of removing all debuffs from all allies. I really just feel like this was so that you would have to book her. I don't know who the hell would want it to be a 5-turn cooldown, so I feel like we would have booked her anyway. Maybe this was just a way to manufacture books, to be quite frank, because she doesn't hit here, which is kind of weird, but like... They also probably knew she was strong and wanted to make her book value not like, oh my God, 5 books. So anyway, places block debuffs and increase speed on all allies after cleansing for 2 turns. Fantastic skill. On a 3-turn after being booked and really great book value, it's a no-brainer. Just an awesome, awesome skill. Single target revive. Target is revived with 40% HP and 50% turn meter. And then she gives them both damage buffs, but obviously 60% increased defense will help them stay alive as well, and it, you know, will benefit support or whatever that she might revive for 2 turns. This one, only 2 books to get it to a 3-turn cooldown. Very low cooldowns on this champion. This is pretty cool too. Heals each ally by 10% of their max HP at the start of their turn. Very, 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 very good skill. Places a perfect veil for 1 turn on ally with the lowest HP at the end of this champion's turn. So once she does whatever she's doing, she gives the lowest HP ally perfect veil. Nice little, you know, perfect veil to keep that champion that is, again, probably your squishiest champion from taking as much damage, because Perfect Veil does cause them to not be targeted by single target, and it mitigates some damage from AoE. If you didn't know that, now you do. But yeah, this passive is for sure not the selling point of her kit, but with everything else she's got going on, just being a very, very supportive champion, I would say this is a huge boost, even if people don't realize it, that heal at the start of every champion's turn for things like Hydra, because I've had multiple teams, especially like my brutal team or my hard team, where it's not my best champions for Hydra, and I can't fit a good healer in there unless I give a whole slot to just healing, right? So she does other things. She does cleansing, does block debuffs, does increase speed, which is amazing, and then just like passively heals people every time they take a turn. Awesome, awesome champion. And then ally speed in all battles by 19. Fantastic pull. Super stoked for that. Also, real quick sidebar, Raid screwed me. I got the revival pass when I came back from my break, and it did not have any timer or expiration indication on it at all. I fully completed it, and for no real reason, waited a couple days to spend the $20 to get the like premium lower part of it, and including Elva, and it just disappeared on me without warning. So I like lost my only chance up to that point at getting an Elva, and that was pretty annoying. And I emailed them about it. They were like, that's not in the game. And I was like, that's not even true. I know multiple people who have it right now. That's ridiculous. But obviously it's kind of a meme. Plarium support just kind of tells you, whoops, sorry, too bad, whatever. So let's see if there's any chance we get more gold, and it's Glycan. I'm going to lose it. If I get more gold at all, I'm going to lose it low key. 4 more. I'm kind of, who am I looking for epics right now? I mean, I know I selected for the chance, I selected retro draft, but I feel like there's somebody else that I'm looking for. If I see him, I'll know. It's not Cormac. Cormac looks kind of cool, a little bit weird, but weird cool. Unfortunately, a pretty bad champion. I would say even kind of bad in the early game, but I'd have to reload the kit one more time. Aox is okay. Aox has been power crept and doesn't do as much as epics and legendaries feel like they do now, like just as many different areas of utility, but he's pretty solid for decreased attack, some healing, and his passive where he can actually increase the duration, especially on like single target bosses, like where you don't have to, like in Hydra it's not as good because any given head could attack him, and they are constantly like cleansing and you know, running turns and losing their debuffs. But against like Demon Lord and Chimera, this could be pretty good. Unfortunately, I don't think he brings enough to make it into Chimera unless you're super early game doing like, you know, one of the lowest 2 levels of Chimera. Is this my last Sacred? I wasn't paying attention. Deacon. Actually, no, that might be literally the epic I was thinking of. Okay, so, oh my God, such a good gold. That's one of the best golds I've pulled since Feral. I will take that. I'm going to go double check that I'm right on the event because I can pull primals if I'm not. And then I'm going to go check Deacon because I believe that Deacon gives me, oh, the game's lagging. That Deacon gives me maybe a +4. Okay, yep, perfect, perfect, perfect. So I will get this. Honestly, screw it. Let's pull the primals because I don't think I'm going to pull that many greens. And I need to get back to Primal Mercy anyway. All right, let's see. Mythical? Galathier? Nope, a blue. One more. And I do want that legendary book. As I'm thinking. Okay, that's cool. That's kind of how it goes. They're basically just shiny ruby ancients that are going to give you butt most of the time. Odachi's actually not that bad though for a rare. He's got like a bit of provoke going on here, some shield, based on well, unfortunately it's their max HP. Oh wait, no, it's a shield just on him. Sorry, it attacks all enemies, but it just gives him a shield. And then block debuffs on all allies for 1 turn has some use if you want to take him into Shadowkin faction crypts and you're struggling. So he's decent. And then you got dungeons. That's kind of weird. I guess this is not exclusive to faction crypts, but you would think that they would give him an all battles or a faction crypts aura because he's a rare and he kind of, anyway, he would be good against that boss to just kind of try to block some nasty debuffs the boss tries to throw at you. But anyway, very good shard session overall. Unfortunately, did have to pull all the sacreds based on the math, but I'm happy to do that for the epic because that's kind of what sacred shards are for my account now, is they are event shards, and did not have to pull any ancients. Some of you were probably like, oh my God, I can't believe you pulled voids, but I explained my logic on that. I think it's better for me to like calculatedly chase champions and progressive chance, I don't really need just random void legendaries anymore. I know there's always a chance for it to be a crazy one, but it's a chance, right? So it could also be a trash one. So I think it'd be better for me to always have that chance where when I get a legendary, it at least has an increased chance to be a Marichka or a Senna or whoever it is, right? A Narcisse, if they do a thing for him, I would be interested in him as a champion, even though he's mostly a nuker. But anyway, that's it for the video, guys. I hope you did well with your shards. Probably instant levels and books on Elva for me. Very excited about that. But if you've watched this far, guys, and you haven't done it yet, I would really appreciate if you liked the video and subscribe to the channel. It's going to help the algorithm push out the channel to other viewers, and we'll try to grow our community here. Guys, the Discord link is in the description box below. But until next time, guys, happy pulls, happy rating. I'll catch you guys in the next video.